Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Hellraiser. I don't know if you call it a reboot or a new version of this or a TV show. I don't know what it is. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's The Pineys, books 1 through 9, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I will be at Second Time Books on Saturday, this Saturday, and Lucille's Luncheonette on Sunday. Check the link below for official tour times and dates. Now, this is called a Hulu original, so I assume it is a movie. In association with Spyglass Media Group, the film reunites director David Bruckner, screenwriters Ben Collins and Luke Piotrowski, writer-producer David S. Goyer, and producer Keith Levine. Who cares about the producers? All of whom were teamed on 2020's Night House, along with producers Clive Barker and Mike Toberoff, and executive producers Gary Barber and Peter Alatagari and Todd Williams. Chris Stone serves as co-producer. Who the hell cares about all these producers? You're rattling these people off like Clive Barker created it. Okay, him. Maybe the writer and producer and screenwriters and director, but the producers? Come on. In Hellraiser, a young woman struggling with addiction comes into possession of an ancient puzzle box, unaware that its purpose is to summon Cenobites, a group of sadistic supernatural beings from another dimension. Yeah, it's Hellraiser. And this time it's going to be a female pinhead. So I'm not sure if it's a sequel. It feels like a sequel. It kind of doesn't matter. I mean, this franchise only did so much. There's kind of a good line in here, though. The kid trying to solve the puzzle box says, "Do I win a prize?" And he goes, "If I solve it," and he goes, "Well," the guy in the suit goes, "Well, I do." And so he solves the box, gets eaten by the Cenobites, and then I guess the guy in the suit gets something. I don't know. He gets pulled away into the darkness and horribly tortured to death, I guess. Look, it wasn't a bad concept when it started. I mean, it's probably a good movie to bring back for Halloween, I guess, but I mean, it just kind of gross. I mean, look, as a franchise, this I don't think really was meant to last more than a movie or two at most. And they actually went into so many movies back in the day. I believe one of the movies is directed by Alan Smithee. And for those of you who don't know, Alan Smithee is the name directors use when they don't want their name on a project. So, what does that tell you? October 7th, if you're interested. So we read off all these. I mean, it looks okay. Personally, I never was a big fan of Hellraiser. I mean, you could probably do slightly more with it because you've got better effects now. The Cenobites are gross. I really don't want to see them. I do like that they try to tie it back to ancient times and try to make it historical. It's basically an interdimensional box that opens the portals to hell, or they're saying interdimensional. I don't know. But there's sadistic supernatural creatures or whatever. And you can see the blood on these people. And, some of this, I mean, you can only do so much with this concept, I think. I guess you could kind of turn it into a Tales from the Crypt kind of thing if you wanted to. And, if you like gross out kind of horror movies, this will probably be up your alley. It'll probably be good for a movie or two. In that realm. For me, it's just gross, bloody nonsense that doesn't particularly interest me. It doesn't have any historical anchor. There's not any great characters here. I mean, I remember Pinhead, but he wasn't a great character. And now they made him female, like, for whatever reason. I don't know what, I guess they're doing a sequel as opposed to a reboot, which is smart. I mean, you could add more to the mythos, but there's not much mythos here that I'm really concerned about or interested in. I mean, it's just gross. It's just gross to me. So, if you like a gross movie, I'd like to see a character grab a hammer and start pounding in some of these pins on the Cenobite's head. It'd be kind of funny. I don't think you're going to see any fun scenes like that in a Hellraiser movie. It's just going to be like, chains flying around, killing people. The question is, what the rules are. If you have good rules regarding the box and the Cenobite and how it all works, it can be a decent movie, Like there has to be a blood offering of some kind, and it doesn't matter who it is, and sometimes the bad guys get their comeuppance, and sometimes they don't. But beyond that, I'm not super. I'm not seeing a lot of characters here that I'm going to root for. It just seems dark and kind of evil, and I mean, I guess for a Halloween movie, this would be the kind of movie if I was having a Halloween party, I'd put it on in the background and people would kind of half watch it. Maybe turn up the volume during the climactic scene, and we'd laugh at it. But to me, it's not a serious movie. It's not a movie I'd go to the theaters to see. It's on Hulu. Okay, I don't have Hulu. But if you want to watch it, that's where it is. So October 7th, coming to Hulu, Hellraiser is back. The world's worst Rubik's Cube. All right, and that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. We have a Hollywoke hot take, Joan, and a news blast. We'll see you in the next one.